strength, my Lord. This is the very first YouTube episode, video recorded episode, and you'll note the probably the technical difficulties and the production values are very low. But the Brothers Grail is formerly a podcast in which me, Quindogg, read my beloved King James Bible to the Captain and Kebevan, who are my Nimrod brothers. None of us three actually know anything about the Bible except for what we've read so far, which, as I said, is Genesis. And we've decided to branch out a little and put our faces, or I'm putting my face out to the interwebs.
Not.
So, nope.
Just not
Careful,
all of it.
Kebevan.
All.
Careful,
yeah,
Kebevan.
Yeah. Look, I'm probably going to get rid of mine 75 times. Let's face it.
So let me introduce the world to my second oldest brother, Captain Wetbeard. How are you, brother?
Wouldn't I technically be your oldest brother? Because you've only got two brothers and I'm the older of the two.
Yeah, you're the eldest of the two. What did I say?
You said your second oldest. Brother. You're the oldest of the three brothers. But
of the second, yeah, okay. All right, whatever. So, all right. Okay, my eldest brother, who is not the eldest brother, you're a fuckhead. We already can tell. So get fucked. And I'd like to move on to now Kebevan, my favorite brother, the baby brother.
Of the brothers.
How are you, Kebevan?
I'm amazing. Relaxed.
Don't you dare give your big brother shit. So, because well, it's been quite a while since we recorded. So we did. I don't even know, but we read the last chapter of Genesis. I reckon it would have been at least maybe June, July last year. Maybe it was thereabouts. And since then, I've been a bit laid up. I potentially got smited by God. I don't know because I sustained a pretty bad injury in the interim. But I'm on the mend. Thank you. But it has been quite a while. So what do you boys remember about Genesis?
What I remember is I think I could just retell a good chunk of it. I think I've worked out who the characters are all now. I used to get
all right. Give me a 30-second
intro, like the 30 seconds of the whole thing.
That's all you got to tell Genesis.
Yeah, we had creation, then we had Noah and the flooding, and then God learnt to stop flooding us because he thought we were bad, and he's like, never doing that again. Then he died. Then we got onto the hero family of the Bible, starting with Abram, who evolved into Abraham after his barren wife eventually overcame that.
You got to watch the evolve. You got to watch the evolve word, I think, there, Captain.
Evolve, sorry. I thought, can I keep going, or you cut me off because I passed by 30 seconds?
Keep going.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, he leveled up, turned Super Saiyan, whatever you want to do, to Abraham. Then he had his son, Isaac. And he was basically the exact same story again. They went and dug some wells or something, did some scams. And then he also had a barren wife who overcame the barrenness. And then he had his son...
Rebecca?
I think it was Rebecca. Yeah, I don't remember the helpers. And then... Yeah. Then he had two sons, which were Esau, the mutant, redhead mutant goat boy, and his inferior son, Jacob, who was a bit of a mama's boy. And then he, guided by his mum, he scammed Esau out of God's blessing, or Isaac's blessing to him. And then, so he became...
That was a fun story, that one.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And then, so he became the new hero of the story. Then... Oh, fuck, no, I missed a key part where fucking backtrack to Abraham getting punked by God into thinking he had to kill Isaac, but he didn't. And then he got to sacrifice it.
You've gone over 30 seconds. Wrap it up.
Well over. Anyways, so, yeah, Jacob steals the blessing. He becomes the new hero. He then...
Israel.
He wrestles God. He becomes Israel. And then he has a series of children. They go into a town and chop off the dicks of everyone there and then kill them all. And then his favorite son Joseph, the firstborn, I think, of the hot wife or his preferred wife, he becomes the new hero. He gets beaten by his brothers, and they say throw him in a ditch, throw his Technicolor Dreamcoat on the ground, and lie to their
Goat's
father.
blood.
And
Sell him into slavery.
Sell him into slavery. He becomes the greatest slave ever. He then gets thrown into jail, becomes the greatest prisoner ever. Then, through the power of divination, becomes the second most powerful person in Egypt and saves the world from a famine. And that's basically Genesis.
And enriched himself in the process.
Oh, they all enriched themselves the whole time. Yeah.
They did.
The whole time.
Yeah, through
That
schemes.
was the key.
That was a good summary. Took too long, and I did interrupt a few times there, Captain. Sorry about that.
And I still
Kebevan,
missed some
did
of the
he
good
miss-
shit, but yeah.
Yeah, did he miss anything important, do you think, Kebevan?
I wouldn't say important, but there was the Judah story with the roadside whore.
Yeah.
That was
That was-
great.
That was the highlight.
It was one of those like offshoot. The writers were on strike and they had a little side story, but it was a
Yes.
good side story.
The anime
It was that
episode
one
was brilliant.
episode, in the middle of all 8 seasons, one of the seasons where they just do a back episode type thing, or there's just a separate story for no particular reason.
Doesn't help the storyline along at all, but it is a good
No.
episode.
No. Although, if we were to go back and knowing that there was some tie into that, remember who's Joseph's dad? Jacob.
Oh yeah.
When Jacob was dying and he was bequeathing all of his stuff, and he's like, "You're a donkey, and you're a port full of ships, and you're a blah blah blah." I think that dude got told he was an asshole. He might have been a serpent or something. Now, that did tie in a little
Very
bit.
important.
Did he get told that, or was that Shem and the two that were the dick chopping killers? I thought they were the assholes.
Levi?
Simeon and
Was
Levi.
Levi?
Yeah, it could have been them, but
Yeah.
but there was more than one. There was a few that got.
I think they all
You know.
got shit on,
Yeah.
apart from like the one that was the seafaring one or some shit. I don't know.
I
Yeah.
did
Most
forget
of them
an
got
One
shit
that
on
we
the bit.
thought, the one that we thought was probably the most more like Reuben, who was like, "Don't do that to our big brother. Don't do that to our big brother." I think he copped it the worst. I think Reuben got booted out, and anyway.
Sorry,
But we
I did forget
digress.
one
So-
important character though.
Yeah.
Ham Porkins.
Yeah.
Oh, Ham, great Ham Porkins.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the sons of Noah. He what was he? He found his dad naked in the tent, but he saw his dad naked, so he got
Yes.
booted. Yeah.
Cursed.
Yeah, his
I
dad
do
was
believe.
drunk, and he accidentally.
It is a Bible thing to curse your children and tell them that they suck,
is.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. So this it actually did surprise us how entertaining. Like there were definitely it was a roller coaster. There was the genealogy chapters, which were horrifically bad and boring and slow, but there was some great stuff in there. So I would encourage anyone who might be interested in the Brothers Grail after this episode, which so far is probably, not likely, but shoot back to the Brothers Grail podcast and listen to Genesis purely on podcast. The standard, what do you call it? The standard caveat is episode 4, 5.
I think it's actually.
Was-
We always say 4. I think 4's the one we start getting drunk, and then because we do the back to back,
Vibes.
5 is the real bad one.
And we go downhill because that's the one that poor Hagar gets sent back to her oppressors by an angel of God. So anyway, if you're intrigued, please go back to Genesis via the podcast and have a little listen. I did I looked a little while ago. We're up to like 500 listens,
Whoa.
which was or it's 550 listens or something. So I was somewhat impressed by that.
Have we taken over that other
50 of
religion
them
yet?
probably Luke.
It could have been Luke, yeah, 50 me, 50 Luke. What was that, Captain?
Oh, have we taken over that other religion we were trying to take down yet?
No.
No.
The Yazidis. No, we
Yes.
haven't. That was another with much respect and much love with the Yazidis. The backstory of that is that I decided that as the Brothers Grail, we were hoping to become larger in following than the smallest but fastest growing religion in Australia, according to the census, which is our buds, the Yazidis, who I think are in Australia because they're fleeing persecution and all that sucks balls. But we are coming for the Yazidis in follower status in Australia. That's the plan. But no, we are not there, Captain. Another real quick housekeeping issue. We might see off to the left of the screen here. I've just got a map. This is Google Earth. I might probably forget that it exists, but we're sort of zeroed in on the area of the world which we are telling stories about. So if you think of it, boys, and you want to sort of try to zoom in and try to find, we can do that. But just feel free to tell us when to do that. And it also gives the extra bonus of the fact that our heads are not the biggest things on the screen for anyone watching. So without further ado, do you boys want to just rip into the next section?
Can't wait.
Because we know what happens in Genesis. What I didn't realize is I thought Genesis, because we're amateurs in this, absolutely, I thought Genesis was the Old Testament, but this is still the Old Testament. All right?
So,
I'm about to rip into-
you know how everyone says that they don't follow the Old Testament so much? Is that pretty much they only follow the Jesus shit?
Yeah, because I think the Old Testament is like
everything up until Jesus.
I think you can argue the New Testament stuff is based in reality, probably outside of the raising from the dead and a few things like that. But this has got the flood, and this has got the Garden of Eden, and this has got some full on brutality. So I think there's a bit of
giants. Remember when during
the giants,
the roadside horse story when God killed that dude for coming in the dirt?
Yeah.
Yes.
Never.
There might be more of that.
Yeah,
we don't know. There might be more of that.
Yeah, I don't think they might mostly focus on the New Testament, but they still believe this part to be true, I believe.
Yeah,
I'm just curious if the morals change or if it keeps this train of thought the whole way through. I don't know.
That is a good like I was thinking this earlier, and I think we may have covered this in the last episode, but because we don't prepare or I don't prepare and whatever, do you have any predictions for Exodus?
I think I know vaguely what the stories are.
Okay.
Yeah, my prediction is new line of heroes. So it's not the same family. We're gonna get because I know Moses is a character. Moses, my prediction, because I don't know shit. I don't think he's related directly, like a direct descendant from Joseph. That's gonna be my prediction.
From that helpful chart that Quindogg has, they're all related to them 9 kids in some way. There's a lot of characters.
Yeah, but is he he's not like the son, is he? Or he's
no,
not
we're about to find out.
Yeah.
How many years does it tell you how many years in advance we're about to jump?
Well, let's fucking find out, Kebevan.
All right, let's do it.
Shall we do it? So, the second book of Moses called Exodus, chapter 1. Now these are the names of the children of Israel who came to Egypt. Each man and his household came with Jacob. So it's doing a little bit of a recap, I guess. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. All those who were descendants of Jacob were 70 persons, for Joseph was in Egypt already. And Joseph died. All his brothers and all that generation. So Joseph died, all his brothers and all that generation. So that's
they're all dead.
That's the recap.
Yeah, they're so good at just killing people just like that.
Genesis was ending gearing up Joseph is Jacob's on his last legs. That was the big final chapter. So that part wasn't surprising, but we're just killing them all off and moving on.
Yeah.
Made a big deal out of all of them and then went, and they're dead. Here's the new characters.
But the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly, multiplied and grew exceedingly mighty, and the land was filled with them. Now there arose a new king over Egypt who did not know Joseph. Now we're going back to Joseph being alive. And he said to his people, "Look, of the people of the children of Israel are more mightier than we. Come, let us deal shrewdly with them, lest they multiply, and it happen in the event of war that they also join our enemies and fight against us, and so go up out of the land." Yeah?
So, sorry. So, because Jacob's name that never caught on was Israel.
Yeah.
And there's now
That's right.
the country Israel exists. So I would have thought.
I think they are a people.
I
It's
don't
not a
think
country.
the
The
country Israel
people
exists
that Joseph brought with him, the Israel.
And he's
Like,
already
Israelite,
worried about
okay.
them being his enemy, and he might have to fight a
So-
war with them.
So he's worried about them possibly becoming his enemy. So he's going to make them his enemy.
Yeah, okay. And he's talking
Well,
to the people
so-
of Egypt right now.
Yeah. So they're still in Egypt. So the Israelites and Jacob and all of his people are in Egypt. But they're so fucking good. Like he was the best prisoner and he was the best whatever. They've
There's
multiplied
more of them
like
than
rabbits,
the Egyptians, and they're a
and
plague.
they're very successful.
Yeah.
Therefore, the king of Egypt is like, we cannot have this enemy from the inside, just in case they turn on us.
Yeah. He's also
because-
Joseph was the first one to have a kid that wasn't one of his people as well. He has an Egyptian wife. So has he?
Oh, that's
has he
right.
had kids yet?
One-
Did they say?
Yeah, the Egyptian one.
Yeah. So
but
he had
I don't know if
kids.
that-
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think they've listed any kids yet, did they?
Not yet, and it's there might have been. We'd have to go back. Joseph's sort of children. Yeah, there's some bad children in the last bit, but we're not going back. So back to Exodus. Therefore, they set taskmasters over them to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh supply cities, Pithom and Ramses, the cities. But they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. I won't say that. Multiplied and grew. And they were in dread of the children of Israel. I was going to say this is that trope that I do not agree with. It's like the rodent, it's making out that they're rodents or they're a virus or something. They're just growing no matter what. So the Egyptians made the children of Israel serve with rigor, and they made their lives bitter with hard bondage in mortar and brick and in all manner of service in the field. All their service in which they made them serve with rigor. Then the king of Egypt spoke to the Hebrew midwives, so the Israeli Jewish midwives, I guess, of whom the name of one was Shipra and the name of the other Pua.
Look at
And he
them
said-
naming the ladies nice and early.
Straight away, yeah.
Oh.
I wonder if they become main characters. I don't know. And he said, when you do the duties of a midwife for the Hebrew women and see them on the birth stools, a son, then you shall kill him. But if it is a daughter, then she shall live. Yeah, just trying to get rid of the male Israelis.
Yeah. Okay.
Israelis. But the midwives feared God and did not do as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the male children alive. So the king of Egypt called for the midwives and said to them, why have you done this thing and saved the male children alive? And the midwives said to Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not like the Egyptian women, for they are lively and give birth before the midwives come to them. Something popped up on my screen.
We got
15
15
minutes.
minutes.
We've got 15 minutes, yeah. Before the midwives come to them. Therefore, God dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and grew very mighty. So they just didn't do it, I guess, huh?
So the god of fertility strikes again.
He can withhold or he can abund.
Multiply.
So Pharaoh commanded all his people, saying, every son who is born you shall cast into the river and and every daughter you shall save alive. End of chapter 1. So I guess setting the scene a little bit there, hey?
Yeah.
You seem riveted.
I'm having that problem where I forget to listen to certain parts, and then you'll say a word like kill or like birthing stool, and I'm like, I'm back into it for a second.
Well, the putting him in the river thing's the Moses in the river, putting
Oh, wow.
how they put him
Probably.
in, blah blah blah.
Yeah. So that was all
We'll have
about
to get-
that. Was that the who's wanting to kill the?
The Pharaoh.
So yeah.
What-
Okay. So
He wants to dwindle the numbers of the god people.
Yeah,
So
and
he's trying to make sure there's no men.
is Joseph working with him, or is he gonna like?
He's dead.
Oh,
Joseph
Yeah,
died.
I think
Okay.
Joseph's gone,
is-
but
Which is why
Yeah.
they're turning on him, because there's no high up Joseph to talk to the Pharaoh anymore and say, no, we're cool, man. We're cool.
Would have been good if he
'Cause he's
used
the
his
best at
power
everything.
of divinity to see this coming ahead. That could have helped
Yeah.
his people out a
Imagine
little
if he told his people what was coming.
Yeah, if he'd have had a good dream about some cows or something and worked it out.
All right. Chapter 2. And a man of the house of Levi went and took as a wife a daughter of Levi. So the woman conceived a house
A
of
man
the
A
the
man
house
of
of
Levi and a house. Yeah, so like cousins.
Yeah, probably cousins. I was going to say a slave, but it'd have to be a cousin or something to be important enough, I guess, yeah. And took as a wife, the daughter of Levi. So the woman conceived and bore a son. And when she saw that he was beautiful, when she saw that he was a beautiful child, she hid him 3 months, 8 days to circumcise, by the way. But when she could no longer hide him, she took an ark of bulrushes for him, daubed it with asphalt and pitch, and put the child in it and laid it in the reeds by the riverbank. Do you know where we're going here?
Moses is beautiful, just like Joseph was.
And he's a Levi. He's a Levite.
Yeah, a pretty little boy.
Levi was he was the bad one, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was one of the dick
He
choppers.
was one of the ones that took advantage of the dick chopping victims.
He was a dick chopping man, yeah. He was sticking up for his sister. Potentially. Oh, we still don't know that yet, do we? So he reads by the riverbank. And his sister stood afar off, to know what would be done to him. Then the daughter of Pharaoh came down to bathe at the river, and her maidens walked along the riverside. And when she saw the ark among the reeds, she sent her maid to get it. So the Egyptians have now found baby Moses. And when she opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the baby wept. So she had compassion on him, because she's a weak female helper, and said, "This is one of the Hebrews' children." So maybe he did get the chopping. Then his sister said to Pharaoh's daughter, "Shall I go and call a nurse for you from the Hebrew women, that she may nurse the child for you?" And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, "Go." So the maiden went and called the child's mother. That was a very confusing set of people. I didn't understand who was who there. Then Pharaoh's daughter said to her, "Take this child away and nurse him for me, and I will give you your wages." So the woman took the child and nursed him. So I think he's with an Egyptian now. Is that what you're
Pharaoh's
I thought
daughter?
they said to go get a Hebrew midwife or Hebrew someone to nurse it.
Yeah, I'm lost already.
The Pharaoh's daughter found Moses. Is that right?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah. And then did they say go get the child's mother?
They did say that, yeah.
How do they know who it is? Yes,
and if someone's just put their child in the water and left it, why would you go get them again? Yeah. They're trying to ditch that motherfucker already.
I'm sure we're missing something here, but it sounds very strange, doesn't it?
Captain's prediction, by the way, I think is just already gone. With the
what was your prediction again?
Moses not being directly related to Joseph. Is he?
Oh yeah.
Was it his mum is Levi's daughter, or is it just a descendant of Levi?
It just said descendant.
Daughter of, yeah.
It said house of and daughter of.
So daughter could be 6 generations later or something.
Yeah. So the woman took the child and nursed him. And the child grew, and she brought him to Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. So now they haven't named him. Oh, they're about to name him. So she called his name Moses, saying, "Because I drew him out of the water." I don't know what that means. Moses is being reared by the daughter of Pharaoh.
Isn't it funny how this family seems to just fall into like the Pharaoh's house? They don't just find some random motherfucker. Yeah. They land at the top every time.
Every time. Yeah, you're right.
He's the best abandoned child.
Like when Abram first walked he talked to the Pharaoh straight away. How many people walk into a city and talk to the Pharaoh?
Yeah. I will talk to the leader.
Yeah, every step of the way, they have enough sway to talk to the leader.
What was the
There's
Moses
this,
plan?
I think it's the Russell Crowe version of Robin Hood. I think it's this version. And there's this great line in that movie where, like, the king of, or the prince or someone is dragged into battle, and he goes something like, "I've never been to battle. I will lead," or something like that. It reminds me of that.
That is beautiful.
Um,
Sorry, just before we go on, what
yeah.
was the birth mother's plan? Like, was she gonna put him there and
That's
come
what I
back to
thought.
him? Was she like, someone will surely find him and raise him perfectly, and he'll be, because she's trying to keep him alive, presumably, is
Yeah.
the whole thing. But
Yeah,
what
she
was
cared
the
enough to
goal?
circumcise him and to hide him for 3 months, and then she's like, "Be free. You'll survive, I'm sure."
So was she
It's the
checking out
weirdest
him
thing.
yeah, sorry, the 3 months was before she dumped him. But yeah,
I
presumably,
guess the religious people would say she put him in God's hands, I guess, and God then sent
yeah,
the Pharaoh's daughter, maybe,
yeah.
just to make it boring again. And the child grew because of the water. Now it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown that he went out to his brethren and looked at their burdens. And he saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew, one of his brethren. So he knew he was a...
Because of the dick chopping.
Yes. He knew he was a Hebrew. So he looked this way and that way, forwards and backwards over the deep blue sea. And when he saw no one, he killed the Egyptian and hid him in the sand.
That's very, like, moral,
Well, I
godlike.
think so. Like, genuinely, he might be the most heroic character so far. He's like doing a proper like vengeance shit. Like, that's, I think, pretty
He
heroic.
didn't even wait till his dick was sore.
He went after a fully healthy, walk upright Egyptian and just put him straight away in the sand.
Yeah. They should make Assassin's Creed Moses. That'd be a good one. He's just
there
fucking
it
taking out all these Egyptians, bashing people.
That would be good. And hid him in the sand. And when he went out the second day, behold, 2 Hebrew men were fighting. And he said to the one who did the wrong. Oh, I was planning, I'm not going to do this, but I was planning on going, "It's a me, a Moses," because Moses and Mario. So
How long till you get sick of doing that?
I'm already sick of it. Then he said, "Who made you prince and a judge over us?" Oh no, that was the other dude. Prince and the judge over us. Do you intend to kill me as you killed the Egyptian? So he's not good at hiding his crimes. And Moses feared and said, "Surely this thing is known." When Pharaoh heard of this matter, he sought to kill Moses. But Moses fled from the face of Pharaoh and dwelt in the land of Midian, and he sat down by a well. Now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came and drew water, and they filled the troughs to water their father's flock. Then the shepherds came and drove them away, but Moses stood up and helped them and watered their flock. What does that remind you of?
I don't know.
Is it
what
Laban?
does it remind you?
What are we naming? The henchman.
Yeah.
Who went
Oh yeah, the
collected Rebecca.
Found Rebecca.
What was
He
she
just
about?
helped.
Camels?
Oh, no, Rebecca.
Rebecca did
helped
some camel milking or something? Or watered some
Yeah,
camels?
she did the watering.
Yeah.
So now Moses is being a bit of a Rebecca.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the scam to come.
When they came to Ruel, their father, he said, "How is it that you have come so soon today?" Oh, because they were quick at the well. Not because he banged all. And they said, "An Egyptian delivered us from the hand of the shepherds, and he also drew enough water for us and watered the flock." So he said to his daughters, "And where is he? Why is it that you have left the man? Call him, that he may eat bread." Then Moses was content to live with the man, so he's found a place to live. And he gave Zipporah, his daughter, to Moses. So Moses already has a daughter.
He's the world's best fugitive.
Yes.
Straight away.
And she bore him a son. Hey,
not barren, straight to a son. Powerful.
Best fugitive, best sire. And she bore him a son. He called his name Gershom, for he said, you like it.
You know how there's heaps of religious names like John and Luke and whatnot? Why isn't anyone Gershom?
Oh, we don't know. We don't know Jewish names.
Yeah.
So maybe that. I don't know.
She bore him a son. He called his name Gershom, for he said, I have been a stranger in foreign. Now I'm turning into a vampire. A stranger in a foreign land. Now it happened in the process of the time that the king of Egypt died. Then the children of Israel groaned because of the bondage, and they cried out, and their cry came up to God because of the bondage. So God heard their groaning, and God remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob. He just popped up, ends in 1 minute. I'm going to quickly finish this chapter. And God looked upon the children of Israel, and God acknowledged them. End of chapter 3. No, 2. Chapter 3. Now Moses was tending the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led the flock to the back of the desert and came to Horeb, the mountain of God. So is that still in Egypt? I guess it is.
I'd say it's probably in Egypt somewhere. With him being a priest, he can't be a Hebrew priest, so he's married a different priest.
You reckon?
As well? Well,
but he's fled.
Hey?
He's fled. He might be back in Israel now.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
He's not in Egypt anymore. Oh, and here we go. Here's another angel of God. Are they going to do good or bad?
They're going to be a vampire, though. I know that much.
Oh, glad you said that. I forgot about that. And the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a flame of fire from the midst of a bush. So he looked, and behold, the bush was burning with fire, but the bush was not consumed. Then Moses said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight. Why the bush does not burn? So when the Lord saw that he turned aside to look, when the Lord saw that, he turned aside to look, God called to him from the midst of the bush and said, Moses, Moses. And he said, Here I am. Then he said, Do not draw near this place. Take your sandals off your feet, and place where you stand is for the place where you stand is holy ground. Moreover, he said, I am God of your father. I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon God. And the Lord said, I have surely seen the oppression of my people who are in Egypt, and have heard their cry because of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. So I have come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up from that land to a good and large land, to a land flowing with milk and honey, to a place of the Canaanites and the Hittites and the Amorites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites. Now therefore, behold, the cry of the children of Israel has come to me, and I have also seen the oppression with which the Egyptians oppress them. Come now, therefore, and I will send you to Pharaoh, that you may bring my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. But Moses said to God, Who am I, that I should go to the Pharaoh, and that I should bring the children of Israel, out of Egypt? So he said, I will certainly be with you, and this shall be a sign to you that I have sent you. And this shall be a sign to you that I have set you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you shall serve God on this mountain. Then Moses said to God, Indeed, when I come to the children of Israel and say to them, the God of your fathers has sent me to you, and they say to me, what is his name? What shall I say to them? And God said to Moses, I am who I am. And he said, thus you shall say to the children of Israel, I am has sent me to you. A little cryptic.
I am has sent me to you.
Yes.
So he's God's name is I am. Is that what they're going with?
In capital letters. I is always in caps, but I am who I am is all caps, like Trump. I am has sent me to you. Moreover, God said to Moses, thus you shall say to the children of Israel, the Lord God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, has sent me to you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial to all generations.
I am.
Have you noticed he's been leaving Joseph out of that? I feel like Joseph's equal to the rest.
Has he? Yeah. So he pulls up at Jacob. Yeah, fuck Joseph.
Because they never made the covenant with Joseph, did he? He just blessed the fuck out of him.
You might
That's
be right.
He was the best.
Quite interesting.
It is. Was Jacob
wrestled God.
Good wives? Jacob was the hot wife, but not the firstborn. Yeah, maybe there's something in that. Go and gather the elders of Israel together and say to them, the Lord God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, of Isaac, and of Jacob, appeared to me, saying, I have surely visited you and seen what is done to you in Egypt. And this is a big old monologue, by the way. And I have said, I will bring you up out of the affliction of Egypt to the land of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, to a land flowing with milk and honey.
Sorry, because we're talking about that Joseph thing. Just a couple things. Number one, Joseph bred with an Egyptian.
Yeah.
And then they just cut him off, and now Moses is from the Levi.
Yeah, but we're also you're saying, it's not even a descendant of Jacob.
Not a descendant. Joseph. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
That Joseph, he got
his
cut
whole
out.
thing was pointless.
Yeah, and he's the one that had the power of divination.
No, he brought them all to Egypt. He was the leader to this.
Yeah,
this
but
whole
he wasn't
problem.
God's hero.
No,
it's not a direct line, is it?
Yeah, like Levi technically should have been the hero
after cutting all the dicks off.
Yeah, and he was from the wife with the good eyes, I think.
The good eyes.
Well,
yeah.
I'm trying not to say the ugly wife.
Yeah, the nice eyes. I can't remember her name.
Oh, right.
Not
I'm
Rachel.
Imagining like she could see a good distance or something. She could see cool
I'm
stuff.
sure it said Rachel was beautiful and the other one had good eyes. It was what I think
what's
they
her
were
name?
the two descriptions.
Can't remember her name now. Yeah, you're right. That does ring a bell. Then they will heed your voice, and you shall come, and you shall come, you and the elders of Israel, to the king of Egypt, and you shall say to him, the Lord God of the Hebrews has met with us, and now please let us go 3 days' journey into the wilderness, that we may sacrifice to the Lord of our God. This is a scam. This is how they get out. But
I heard the word sacrifice in there, so I'm worried about those sheep or whatever they were.
You just pop back into the conversation again because you heard sacrifice?
Yeah,
so I feel like this is probably the most direct God talk there's ever been.
He said words.
He's legit just been like, hello, I am God. I will tell you all exactly what's going to happen, instead of like a dream or some shit.
He didn't wrestle him.
This is a full-on conversation. Yeah, no wrestling.
And he said that his name is I am. Am I right in that? Is that I am?
Yes.
Oh, fucking hell. Why don't they go with that? Shit name, but Or maybe it went the way of when they tried to turn Jacob into Israel and it just didn't work. And they were going to be like, oh, God is called I am, but it just didn't work out.
But I am sure that the king of Egypt will not let you go. No, not even by a mighty hand. So I will stretch out my hand and strike Egypt with all of my wonders, which I will do in its midst. And after that, he will let you go.
He sounds like a magician when he says, I'll strike him with my wonders. Ooh!
Strike him with my wonders.
Power. Strike him with your power, mate.
Well, why make it so complicated? Why not just, like, if he's got that power, why make him go back to the Pharaoh, go, can we leave, wait for the Pharaoh to say, no, you cannot, and then, why go to all that trouble? Why not just...
He said he wasn't going to flood him anymore.
Why not just, ding, and send them to where they got to go?
Yeah.
Because he's got to get some murders in. He can't... Yeah. Where's the meat sacrifice?
Well, I reckon the Pharaoh has wasted some of his seed at some point. So just strike him down.
Strike him down. Kebevan might be onto something, though. So we're into chapter 3 and God hasn't killed anyone just yet.
Yeah.
He's itching.
Moses has.
Moses has. That's why God likes him. What did I just say last? May I sacrifice to the Lord, King of Egypt. Oh, he went through that whole back and forth. Maybe he won't do this. I will stretch out my hand, strike with all my wonders, which I will do in its midst, and after that he will let you go. And after that he will let you go. And I will give this people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. And it shall be, when you go, that you shall not go empty-handed. But every woman shall ask of her neighbor, namely, of her who dwells near her house, which is what a neighbor is, I thought, articles of silver, articles of gold, and clothing, and you shall put them on your sons and on your daughters, so you shall plunder the Egyptians.
I don't know if that counts as a scam. I think it's just conquering and theft, isn't it?
Just straight up theft.
Just pillaging.
So that's the end of chapter 3.
Yeah. So did we work out if they're actually in Egypt? Do we reckon we're still in that
I guess they are.
They kind of bailed that far off.
Well, no, so hang on. He's still just telling Moses this. So Moses still has to go back to Egypt, go, hey, this is the plan, guys. Yeah. I'm going to ask Pharaoh this. He's going to say no. Then God's going to do some wonders. And then we got to get all the jewels and milk and honey and gold off our neighbors.
Do you reckon, how he's currently on God's mountain?
Yes.
They called it. Do you reckon it was called God's mountain just before he saw a fiery bush and had a chat with God? Or
I don't know.
Well, that seems a bit coincidental.
Well, you've already said he's the world's best fugitive. So he found his way to God's mountain accidentally, found his way into a wife called Zippadora or something.
Yeah.
Got himself a kid straight up. So I reckon maybe no one knew it was God's mountain.
Yeah. He's about to become the world's greatest conqueror. Sounds like.
Have you heard of the burning bush? I think that's the burning bush.
Yeah, I assume so.
So God is just in the burning bush.
Yeah, so God is the fire.
I am.
He's doing one of his wonders.
Yes, yeah, that's a demonstration of a wonder. He wasn't fucking a ram in a bush at least this time.
No, there was no meat to be had.
No, no, there's no sacrifice nearby. Maybe the son wasn't old enough yet. Gershom or whatever his name was. He wasn't old enough to be a sacrifice. So, what do you reckon, boys? That was a pretty eventful opening to Exodus, I think.
Yeah, well, that's most of... Oh, sorry, Kebevan.
They're not fucking around this time. The story is straight in, like straight away kill people, straight away talk to God, and straight away gonna plunder an entire capital. So yeah.
Yeah, I'd always thought, because I knew obviously he goes and frees the slaves or whatever, but I thought he was currently a slave, but he's a fugitive. And then he comes back after doing a cool murder.
And in fact, he never was a slave. He got raised in fucking, as a rich boy down the road, I guess.
Yeah. And that wasn't the kill your firstborn, was it? That was just kill all Jewish babies.
It will be. No,
Male.
kill the firstborn.
Yeah, sorry.
That's one of the plagues.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's already happened though was the Egyptian decreed to kill all the boys.
But just the boys.
Yeah.
Which is probably why they justify the killing the firstborn thing, because they've already tried to do it to.
Well, they were doing a genocide to the people, so they were just gonna breed them out with the women and not let the men because the men presumably would provide the culture to the family. So if you do that,
I was thinking
wipe them out.
I was thinking it was more so for attack and defense reasons. Like if they got a shitload of men, they can attack you. If they got a shitload of women, they're defenseless.
But you're just forgetting that women aren't people.
Yeah.
Like,
yes, I am.
They're just there to be bred. So
They're
like, okay, cool. You're just more people we can breed our people with. And then, so yeah, I don't think it was about defense. It's just about.
Is that where, when you said that, Captain, it was like, in my head, it popped into their whole job is to lay with someone. And then it popped in like, is that where get laid comes from? Is it a biblical term to get laid?
Maybe. I just thought it was like you're laying down to have sex. So it's like.
Well, that's what I always thought too, but
maybe
we don't say lay with someone anymore. We say get laid.
Well, we know cum comes from the Bible. Saying
we do know cum comes from the Bible.
Yeah.
Seed.
Yeah.
Dick chopping.
I'm glad that's the best part of the visual is now what just do a bit of this
we
one.
We can do that now. Yeah, we can do what we want.
It's like he was known as a Hebrew. That's it. We know how. Yeah.
All right, boys.
Like you were saying, Luke, they needed their little secret thing to know if they were in the club.
Well, it's not a good secret. Everyone apparently finds out straight away.
Pull the pants down. It's not a secret handshake or anything. It's just show us your dick, mate.
I'm out. Peace.
That was fun. See you, Kebevan. That was fun. We'll catch up for chapter 4 soon.
Let's do it. Peace
Brothers
out.
Growl.